this video, I'll be covering question 6, parts A and B from the 2019 AP Calculus AB free response, no calculator allowed portion of the test. I'll cover C and D in their own other videos, so if you want to see those answers, please check out my other videos. Alright, so let's start off with part A here. Part A is asking us to find h prime of t. When you're being asked to find the derivative at a point, what you're being asked to find, remember, is the slope of the tangent line at whatever that x value is. So in this situation, at x equals 2. So you'd come back up here, and if you look at what they gave us in the very beginning part of this problem, they tell us that the line y equals 4 plus 2/3 times x minus 2 is the tangent line to both the graph of g at x equals 2, and more importantly for us on this problem, the graph of h at x equals 2. So to find out the answer for this one, we just need to know what is the slope of that tangent line. So this line that they've given us is in some modified version of point slope form, but you could solve it out, simplify it down to a y equals mx plus b if you want, but know that that piece sitting up in front right there, that's being multiplied, that is going to be your m. So the slope of our tangent line at 2 is equal to 2/3. And so that would be 1 point on this problem. Done and done. Now we go to B. And B is going to be giving us this function, a of x equals 3x to the third times h of x. And they want us to find the derivative of that function, and then they want us to go ahead and plug 2 into that derivative and get out a value. Well, what you're looking at here is a product rule derivative. We have two chunks being multiplied, and whenever you've got two chunks being multiplied, you want to apply the product rule. So my product rule recipe, my product rule saying that I use goes f g prime plus g f prime. So I label one chunk the f piece, the other chunk the g piece, and then I break them into bite-sized little math problems. So f is 3x to the third, g is h of x. And now I need to go find my g prime and my f prime to finish this problem out. So f prime here, I would be following the power rule. The power rule says bring the power down. So 3 times 3 would get me 9x, and then subtract 1 from the power. 3 minus 1 gets us 2. Then on our g prime over here, this is really just a notation game. The derivative of h of x would be h prime of x. And so now you have, this is what I just refer to as your ingredients, and you go ahead and follow that product rule recipe to get out your derivative. So a prime of x is going to equal, first go grab the f piece, cool, 3x to the third. Multiply that by g prime, cool, h prime of x. Then we got a plus from our recipe, go grab the g piece, h of x, multiply that by f prime, which is 9x squared. So we've just taken care of the first part of what they wanted. There's our expression for a prime of x. And now we're just going to go finish this out by plugging in 2 to that equation. So a prime of 2. So function notation, the way it always works is whatever you replace x with here, you replace every x in that problem with that same number. So here we're going to get 3, and then that's going to be 2 to the third, h prime of 2 plus h of 2 times 9 times 2 to the second. So working our way through this a chunk at a time. 2 to the third is 8. 3 times 8 is 24. And then h prime of 2, that was what you got out on part A. That was the slope of the tangent line at 2. That is equal to 2/3. Plus h of 2, that was given to us back up in the original language of the problem. They told us that h of 2 is 4. And then we get 2 squared is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. And now we're just going to kind of keep pushing this thing together. So 24 times 2/3, you can cancel a 3 out of everybody, putting that to an 8. So 8 times 2 is 16. plus 4 times 36 would be, if you got to do it by hand the long way. That would be 144. Again, they expect you to do some of that multiplication either off to the side, old school like, right? Like doing 4 times 36 or however your method is, but they expect you to be able to get that information out of your head. And then from there, 16 plus 144 is going to end up giving us 160. And that would be our final answer. So on this one, we would have ended up getting another 3 points. We would have gotten 1 point for putting together our product rule right there. We would have gotten 1 point for having the final answer. We would have gotten 1 point. Really, they kind of give you a point on this one for sort of setting up the product rule and then getting the pieces plugged into it. So 3 points for part B, 4 points for A and B together. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe. And also share it with your friends and anyone else you know who might be crying about an upcoming AP Calc test. You can find more videos from me, more sample AP Calc questions, and my complete AP Calc study guide over at my website, apcalcprep.com. Have a great one.